The light from the early morning sun almost blinds me as I reluctantly raise from my bed. I rise like the Undertaker, bro, from the coffin. I yawn, partially hoping to nod off back to sleep again. I want to too. Even if I did manage to somehow get back to sleep, I wouldn't be able to get back to that dream I was having. That dream of my school. Monika. It's a shame. It was a really nice dream too. Ain't Monika just perfect and beautiful in every single way imaginable? Soon after forcing myself out of bed and mind out of the gutter, I end up getting into the normal routine. Shower, get dressed, breakfast. As if we needed to know any of that. It's formulated as fuck, but easy to keep track of. Yeah, you know, you've told us at least 50 different times. As I'm finishing up breakfast, there's a knock at the door. It's open. Come on in. I call out towards the front door, only being answered by the sound of the door gently opening. Footsteps then come closer to the kitchen, soon followed by a voice. Morning, comrade. I place my bowl in the sink before turning around. Morning, you two. Oh, damn, you're already getting his own harem, bruh. Sayuri beams, as do I. But something about Monika seems off. Ooh, bruh? Is like Monika having problems? The only thing that comes to mind is that she seems to be spacing out. Monika? No response. I step a little closer. Nani? Still nothing.
Hello? Wake the fuck up before I beat the shit out of you! Earth the future miss ting 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 ting, a Japanese name.
I did not agree to have that last name. Fuck you, mod devs. My cheeks go a little red hearing Sayuri referring to Monika by not my last name. It's Stalin, bitch. Huh? Monika seems to finally return to Earth. Thankfully, Sayuri didn't have to resort to tapping her finger on her head. Oh, morning, comrade. I was just in a pocket dimension momentarily. How's your morning? Oh, I mean, sorry, I just spaced out for a second. Forget I just said that last part. Ha, I figured. Then again, knowing there's been times where she's napped at school, maybe spacing out isn't too unrealistic for her. That dumb thought. I walk towards her and rest my hand on her arm. Hey, you don't have to apologize. I still do it most of the time. As if I need to even say that. As does Sayuri. Monika chuckles lightly as Sayuri scowls at me.
You're worse for it, comrade.
I smirk, seeing a way I can turn this situation back in my favor. Am I though, Sayo? Sayuri pouts and playfully mimics my voice.
Am I though, Sayo? Fucking bastard. Cuck.
Oh, my god. You pair are hysterical. Come on, you two, no need to call me a cuck. Let's get going before we're late. You lead the way? Yes, let me, the man, lead the way. Monika takes my hand as the three of us start filing out of the house. It does not take us that long to get to the school gates. I swear, when we think we're going to be late, we subconsciously walk a bit faster. Though, like many other things, that's probably just me. A thought then crosses my mind. Hey! A man has fallen into the river of Lego City! Quick, dispatch the Kobe Bryant rescue helicopter! Just a question. Both girls look at me, awaiting my question. What have you two got today?
I mean, I've got a council meeting today because I'm just all so important. And we've got the English exam before lunch.
Wait, we? I clasped my hand over my mouth, utterly embarrassed. Oh, the horror! I can't believe I forgot. Well, in all fairness, I can believe it because it's me, and I'm just a beta cock.
I'm guessing you haven't revised that much.
Fuck, she's right. But I can save myself, can't I? Well, actually, and I've got no comeback. Fucking sound. Fucking cock and balls.
Oh gosh, looks like you got your hands full, Monty.
Sayuri says that in an almost sing-song tone. I feel my cheeks flare up yet again. Oh, if only I had 100 yen for every time that's happened recently. I would be... Well, fuck, I still wouldn't be rich, I still couldn't afford a Bugatti, and I'd still be a beta cock. Well, damn, my life just sucks.
Don't worry, Sayuri. I think I can handle him.
Oh no, not Tommy, Mommy, Monika, no! Monika's gentle smile helps ease my embarrassment, no! No! Fuck you, Monika! Alright, pour one out. Alright. Cheers, comrades. Yeah, you know what? I might as well just drink the last swig I have left in this. Alright. Lucky for me, I already had a second can ready to go. Though, just as said embarrassment starts to fade, the bell chimes, replacing that embarrassment with a feeling that borders on dread. Just like the dread I get every time I have to see Monika's pathetic face. Monika takes me out of my slight daze by giving me a quick kiss on my lips. The most disgusting thing to happen to me this century.
You'll do just fine. I'll see you later.
Monika then disappears into the growing flood of students. I just end up standing there for a brief moment, simply smiling to myself, as if anyone needed to know that.
Oi! Romeo!
Sayuri playfully nudges me.
We're going to be late, eh?
Ah, sorry, mate. Sayuri and I then start heading to our exam. If only I'd actually remembered it was today. I mean, Monika seems to believe in me. So there's a plus. A DDLC plus. I gulp. Hopefully I didn't completely fuck this up. Transition! I sit there, spacing out in the vacant classroom we've had to make do with for today's council meet. Wait, this is Monika's POV? Fuck.
We usually have our meetings in the staff room, but that's currently occupied. For what reason? I don't know. In all fairness, I haven't really been able to focus that much. I don't want to, but I keep reminding myself of what Dad said last night. I just felt like I needed to talk to somebody about what I was thinking about Yuri. Of course, I didn't mention Yuri by name. Only meant for Mum to know, mostly because I trust her with stuff like this. But Dad, as always, overheard the whole thing. Oh, comrade, seeing this mystery girl behind your back. Guys these days are all the same. Stop being so gullible. Just the same shit he's been trying to peddle since he first found out about him. I know, comrade. He wouldn't hurt me like that, not comrade. But despite me knowing that, I can't shake off his words. Maybe I could talk to Sayuri about it after school. She knows comrade better than anybody I know. I just need some reassurance.
What? Hey, Monika! Random voice.
A voice calls my name. My train of thought is then broken by a hand being waved in front of my face. Ah!
Ah! Why? Why? Kill me. For the love of God, kill me. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. You're about to see a grown man crying. Just calm down, Stalin. Calm down. It's just a picture. It's just a PNG. She can't hurt you. Dirt thief has returned. No. No. Oh man. Just calm down. Yeah, it's not real. What Rip Safari says, not real. She can't hurt you.
I know you want to daydream about your boyfriend, but we've got a council meeting now. You can daydream about him all you want at lunch.
Honestly, I forgot what voice I exactly used for Kodano and Emerald Heart, so I'm just guessing.
I swear, Kodanoa keeps teasing me about Comrade like she's only just found out. Besides, Sayori, she's one of the first to find out. Well, one of the first to tell me anyway. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, wow. Oh, giraffe neck, Dommy, mommy, step on my balls. I think you caught her out. And with that, my cheeks flush crimson. Thanks for that, Kaho. There's a total of 6 of us in the council, but I feel much closer to Kaho and Kodanoa, of course you do. I definitely consider them friends, but I wish I could open up to them a bit more. Hell, I wish I could be me without people possibly thinking less of me.
Then just be you! Who cares what people think?
Monika, you're a fucking cunt. Monica. With Comrade, I've always been able to be myself around him because we're seemingly on the same wavelength. But is he the exception?
Bruh?
Sorry about that. I guess I'm still a little giddy over my first boyfriend. I rest my head in my hands as my eyes dart towards Kaho, a cheeky smirk forming on my face. And I'm probably right, I'm guessing you were like this when you first started dating Ryuji from Persona 5. Well... Gotcha. I mean, yeah. I was only in junior high when we got together. How could I not be a little giddy? And besides, it's not like we're mad at you for being all lovey-dovey about him. It's actually pretty cute. Thanks, Kodo. Kodanoa can be a little hyperactive sometimes, but she can be really sweet. Kinda reminds me of Sayuri a little. Say, any idea where everybody else is? I mean, Sato's still ill. Thankfully so, he's such a prick. Amen to that. But as for Anzu and Toshio, Japanese random names, I think they still in that English exam. In that case, why wasn't the meeting delayed? Beats me. Plus, let's just be honest. The staff here ain't the most organized. I chuckle. That's the little thing I like about Kaho. She tells it as it is, although nowhere near as much as Natsuki tends to. And then there's me, the one who can barely be honest with herself. I silently sigh, praying for lunch to hurry up. Transition. After finally being let out of the exam, I can breathe a sigh of relief. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But, like many of exams I've had in the past, I'm at least 50% sure I screwed up somewhere. You forgot the word the. Unless that's just me being overly critical of myself. Wouldn't be the first, fourth, or sixth time. Now I just... Cock and ball torture! I snap out of my daze by the feeling of two hands jabbing my ribs. Hands that can only belong to... Gotcha! Maybe that'll teach you for spacing it out. Wait, for spacing it out? When I'm trying to talk to you? Bro, why add an it there? Sayuri giggles maniacally, flashing me a playfully wicked smile. I laugh with her, trying to numb my pain. I'm trying to numb the pain. Note to self, pay attention to Sayuri or suffer the consequences. So, anyway, I'm gonna go to the roof to eat lunch and... Oh, so that's where you're calling her now. Sayuri? Never in a million years would I have expected her to crack a joke like that, because for some reason, I actually care. I'm guessing Natsuki's sense of humor finally rubbed off on her. Based? Bro, Natsuki based? Based Sayuri? Either that, or she was waiting for the precise moment. And, credit where it's due, it would have gotten a chuckle out of me. Why? Why are we even having this inner monologue? Who cares? If I wasn't completely flustered. Oh my... Well, there you go, Hoopla. There's the word flustered. Take a shot, damn it. That, and I think some of the other students might have heard her. Knowing what some of them are like, they're more than likely assumed dirtier. I huff, unable to come up with even a semi-decent comeback. Look, you wanna tag along? I can make this a threesome. You sure? I wouldn't be offering otherwise. Besides, I'm sure Monty wouldn't mind. Okay. Yes! Let's get the, Psionica threesome going. Not that Psionica, the fucking ship, bro. You know what I mean. The pair of us then start to walk to the roof. Just 2 floors and a metric fuckload of stairs to go. Damn, the architect that designed this place. A minute or two later, we're walking on the 2nd floor. Whilst I'm more focused on getting to the roof, Sayuri seems to be gazing out the window. It eventually gets to the point where she stops walking, letting out a small gasp. Sayo? I'll follow her gaze out the window and look out of the window. All I can see is the courtyard. Look at Sayuri be acting all surprised. Oh my gosh! Is that a building flying? Eventually, though, the sight of a very familiar white ribbon catches my eye. Before I can say anything, Sayuri points her out from the crowd. Well, the best she can whilst we're on the 2nd floor. I thought you two usually met on the roof. We do, yeah. I reach into my pocket. I'm gonna call her. What is that bitch up to? Why don't you just go out there? You can't hide on the roof forever, you know. Hey, Sayuri.
I don't want to walk down those stairs again. And I've already jumped out the window once this week, so yeah. We're not trying to hide. I'm just making sure Monika doesn't see me, that's all. That's not hiding. It's just avoiding Monika's gaze. Force of habit, I guess. Even if we were trying to hide a relationship, we'd be doing a pretty shite job considering everybody knows. I relent. Alright, we'll go. We both then backtrack back down the stairs. Oh god, kill me now. After quickening our pace, we make it outside. The only sounds around us are the faint chirping of birds and the miscellaneous chit-chat from the other students. We walk for a bit longer before... before we come face to face. Why is there just a random comma there? Why? We come face to face with the school's lone sakura tree and the benches around it. Oh yeah, I forgot to clap for that. And on of those formations. Bruh, I'm telling you, someone went into the script and just randomly took out words in random sentences. Bruh, the word one is missing. And on one of those aforementioned benches, of course, sits Monika. She appears to be writing something. Whether it's a poem or something else, I'm not sure. As to not distract her, I opt to go towards her without getting her attention. Sayuri, on the other hand, decides to sprint towards her like a Giga Chad. Hey, Monty! Sayuri jump scare!
Huh? Whoa! Cock and ball torture.
Monika snaps her head up in response to Sayuri. It doesn't take her long to notice us.
Oh, hey you two. What's up?
She passed the spaces next to her and we join her on the bench. Sayuri gets out her small lunch and starts to eat almost instantly. Eats it in 1 second. I partially do the same, but I don't eat straight away. I turn my face to look at Monika. I missed you, my beautiful green-eyed angel! And now my stupid grin returns. I swear I'll grow out of doing this eventually.
It's only been a few hours, comrade. Like, for fuck's sake.
Point taken. But I can't stand being out of your sight. But still.
Don't worry, I missed you too. Oh, how was the exam, by the way?
I'd say I did okay. For the most part, anyway.
Let me guess. Tough question.
I think someone fell asleep during their exam.
I chuckle a bit as Sayuri says that we're still chewing. Can I kill Comrade right now? You know what? I've been trying to kill Comrade. I guess this dude's simping powers is just too powerful, bro. He's too much of a massive simp to be killed. A little part of me wishes I did.
This true, comrade?
Nah, I didn't. I scratched my neck. It was a little tempting, though. Monika rolls her eyes in her disappointment, looking down on a peon such as myself, absolutely disgusted, but eventually gives me a sly smirk.
I mean, not that I'd entirely blame you if you did. But please, don't do that. I will kill you. I want to see you do well, remember? I know, dick and balls.
I cut Monika's reminders short by gently squeezing her hand. Alright, here we go. Time to open this one. Alright. time to pour one out. Alright, gotta pour it out. Cheers, comrades. In a way, I've always wanted to make you proud. My queen. Monica's heart visibly skips a beat.
You have?
Sari then gives a slight chuckle. What are you giggling about, you dumb thought?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking it's funny that Moni seems shocked about you wanting to impress her. I thought it was always pretty obvious.
I feel myself go a bit red for like the 800th time in this mod. Well, Monika rests her hand on my knee.
It's okay. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
She's right. There's certainly a lot more I could be embarrassed over. Soon enough, our chatter is interrupted by the school bell. Okay, I'm drinking every time MC says gets red. Well, I mean, they don't always use the same exact phrase, but anytime that, MC or Monika's face, like, they describe it turning red, then you can take a shot for that. Sari, Monika, and myself each say our goodbyes before we go our separate ways. Only a few more hours to go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about this mod. Only a few more hours to go. But a few hours passes and it's still going. Ah. And I'll see them again. Till I see you again. Oh! As the bell rings out for the end of the day, I start to pack my stuff away. After zipping up my bag, I sling it over my shoulder and start heading for the club. I follow the usual route to the clubroom, avoiding the few students that remain in the hallway. Before I step inside, I look through the little glass pane on the door to see if anybody else is in. Like both Tuesdays before, I'm the first one to arrive. I guess this confirms my suspicion from last week that I'm the only one of us to have a class on the second floor today. I let myself in. Gently. After shutting the door, I go to sit at the desk closest to the window and rest my bag next to my legs. I then rest my head in my hands. Admittedly, I'm worn out. But unfortunately, the school's vending machine don't stock energy drinks, throwing that plan out of the window. However, the door clicks and opens. Yuri? Yuri? Yuri walks in and takes a seat near the center of the room. You spelled center wrong. You spelt it like a cock, not like a true-blooded American. It's E before the R. You stupid bastard! She didn't seem to notice me as she silently sets her back. Bro, you could. I know you wanted to say gently there. And pulls out a book and starts to read. A few minutes pass with no one else coming through the door. Maybe I could have a bit of a chat with Yuri. I think for a moment, and then remember that Yuri literally is afraid of social interaction. I raise from my seat and walk over to Yuri. My progressing footsteps catch her attention. Oh, hi comrade, number 15. How are you? I'm doing alright, just a little exhausted. Wait, Savage, real question, why not use Twitch for streams? I don't like Twitch. Never liked Twitch. I just, I feel like always having everything centralized around just this YouTube channel. So that way you don't have to go off platform to just see me stream. Although I'm thinking maybe in the future to do, multi-platform stream over on YouTube, on this channel, and on Twitch. Just to, get more attention, draw more viewers in, But for the moment, I just like keeping everything centralized to the big platform, the channel with 2.7k subs. Just makes more sense. Yuri closes her book over, using her hand as a makeshift bookmark. Monika mentioned that you had an exam this morning. In all fairness, she didn't really speak to me that much. Still? She told me she was going to try last night. You'll break Twitch's TOS in like 4 minutes. Yeah, that's another reason I don't like streaming on Twitch. It's, they are very strict on their TOS. Like, you show, like, one instance of, like, remember when we were doing, like, the Blue Skies thing with, the Yuri speedrunning route? I would not have been able to do that on Twitch. That would have gotten me banned. Or when we, same stream we did Sayuri. Wouldn't be able to do that. So, anything like that, I simply wouldn't be able to do on Twitch. But something like this, for sure. I don't wish to cause any issues, but she seemed a little more blunt with me today. Number 14. Yuri falls quiet. But there was sex in Twitch? Hey, see, Guy, what you don't understand is that I'm not a woman, so I can't get away with it. I will get permabanned. If I was Amaranth, I would just get a 7-day ban and then, have my career blow up. I could promote the OnlyFans and stuff. I mean, at this point, Thoughties just be, getting fucked live on Twitch, get banned, and then just start up the OnlyFans. Bro, at this point, it's like, it's just such a, 5 billion IQ galaxy brain play to do. And this is why I'm upset that I was not born a woman. I could be making bank right now. But other than that, there is no other advantage to being a woman. Yuri? Her eyes snapped to look at me. I can't say I know exactly why Monika's being like this, but I'll try to talk to her about it. Thank you, comrade. You would already have a Bugatti if you're a woman? Exactly. I would already have the fucking Bugatti. But sadly, I have to be on that grind. I gotta be on that YouTube grind. It's much harder in these streets for us men. Hey, but why YouTube allow that kind of speed run? Yeah. That's because, anything kind of like that isn't straight up realistic. Basically, because it was like a PNG image, they were kind of allowed it as long as I age restricted it. Just because it was an image, they were like, okay, fine, you can keep it up as long as you age restrict it. But if it was like, straight up like full video, then I would never have been able to have that. I mean, hell, I got a video on the other channel, on the the second channel, the Vault, completely nuked for sex and nudity and all that. It was me reading Sayonara, that fan fiction. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it here, but I guess that even that was too graphic for YouTube's TOS or something. Because I have tried to appeal it, and that was not successful. So, well, at least I know where the line is, at least somewhat. Yuri smiles sheepily. Just then, the door opens. Monika walks in, and I greet her almost instantly like the simp I am. Afternoon, sweetheart.
Hey, comrade.
Her expression falters as soon as she notices Yuri next to me. But rather than being stern, like part of me assumed she would be, given how Yuri described, she just smiles. Albeit with a bit of a nervous tinge to it.
Hey! Amanda's fallen into the river of Lego City. Quick, dispatch the Kobe Bryant rescue helicopter again. Yuri.
Her voice trails off. She then moves over to the front desk, her expression looking like her nerves have taken hold of her once more. Yuri gives me a curious look. Okay, why does Monika not like Yuri? And that Monika doesn't like Yuri is that I guess she got a little jealous of her one time because Yuri pulled up on, my man's, comrade over here while him and Monika were out on a date or something. I think Monika's went inside to a convenience store or something to get something real quick. Yuri just happened to pull up and be like, "Yo, comrade, how's it going?" And then they talked for a bit, and then Monika came back and was all like, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch." Well, she didn't say that, but she was definitely thinking it. She definitely got a little mad, a little angry at Yuri. And since then, yeah, they just kind of been, like this. I raise from my seat and then start going towards Monika. Internally, I'm starting to feel the same sense of mild dread I had when I was about to talk to Yuri about what happened. After getting to the front desk, I sit on its edge. Hey! A man has fallen into the river of Lego City again! Quick, dispatch the Jose Fernandez fishing boat! I lower my voice. Monika responds quietly. There's something about that look on her face, though. Something slightly concerning. I lift an arm, gesturing for Monika to come over. After a brief moment, she joins me and rests her head on my chest. I take a deep breath, keeping my voice low. You doing okay? You seem stressed. Monika nods sheepishly.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little exhausted, that's all.
Monika feigns a smile. It's obvious she's not feeling herself. I then look back quickly, I thought I said quietly for a sec, quickly, to get a glimpse of Yuri. She's gone back to reading, the world around her all but a blur. I'll look back to Monika, pulling her in a little closer. Bruh? Are you sure that's all? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The music shut off. Bruh. Whoops. Monika looks up, giving a slight hint of irritation in her gaze. Wait, does it say giving of? Giving of. She then wiggles out of my grasp and sighs, trying to keep her voice low.
Comrade, I already told you, I'm fine. What else do you want?
To say I'm taken back by Monika's demeanor would be an understatement, but hey, we all know this is how Monika really is. Yuri mentioned her seeming blunt, but to see it with my own eyes? Bruh? Not my Monika! Ain't no way! Well, it's a bit of a shock to see her like this. Monty, something clearly happened. Yuri mentioned you were a little off. Without the space in between little and off. Uh-oh, sussy wussy.
Oh, did she now? Tell me, comrade, what else have you been two saying about me?
Bruh. Gee? Where the hell did you get that idea, you stupid thought? Cunt, bitch. I've barely spoken to yours since Saturday.
What about yesterday, then? You two seem like you were having fun.
I roll my hands over my face, desperately trying to figure out just what the hell is going on. With all due respect, Monika, I was only asking Comrade if you were okay. That's it. Nothing more than that. Number 13. Yuri steps in to back me up, her tone echoing my growing frustration. Please, just tell us what's wrong. You're not acting like yourself. And to be honest, you're starting to scare me a little. I'm getting flashbacks to exit music, please. After those words leave Yuri's mouth, Monika's expression suddenly shifts. Gone is the seeming anger brewing behind those emerald eyes, now replaced by a more remorseful look.
I'm... Christ, what is wrong with me?
Monika? Monika? My heart sinks. I look back to Yuri, her expression borderline mirroring my own. She goes to say something, but the door suddenly swings open.
Hello, Literature Club!
Sayuri's cheery demeanor provides a sudden burst of light to the club. Sayuri, you saved the day! A light that is quickly extinguished as soon as she opens her eyes and sees the current situation. Well, I guess that was short-lived. She stays silent.
Comrade, I'm sorry.
Monika rushes out of the club room, barely keeping it together. Well, shit. Sayuri hurries after her not longer after she leaves. Seems like we've had every single type of typo in the book today. And then, Natsuki walks in.
Would someone mind telling me what the hell just happened?
I'm still trying to figure that out myself, you pink-haired gremlin. I don't know, Not. I then slink towards a desk at the far corner of the room, right by the window. I hold my head in my hands, my eyes making occasional glances towards the outside world. An awkward silence takes hold of the club as I hear Yuri and Natsuki move around the room, presumably trying to get into their usual activities. I'm just left worrying about Moni for some reason. I mean, sure, Sayuri is with her. But I'm just hoping if they talk about this, that Monika is honest. Well, that Monika is honest with her. I've only seen Monika get worked up like this a small handful of times. Even then, I hate seeing her like this. Monika and Sayuri eventually return to the club room. Thank God he just said that, bruh, and didn't have a 20-minute scene based on Sayuri trying to get Monika to return. Monika seemed to be doing a little better. Despite that, the awkward atmosphere doesn't die down. It just remains out as a lingering constant throughout the rest of the session. We didn't even end up sharing poems today. Not that it would have done anything to salvage the atmosphere, but it would have at least been something pleasant to pass the time. As I'm getting my bag on, Sayuri walks over to me.
Hey, comrade. How you holding up?
I sigh through partially open lips. I'm doing a bit better. I look down for a brief moment. About what happened.
It's okay, comrade.
She then rests a hand on my arm.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it'd be better if you went home on your own today. Monika said she wanted to talk to me after club anyways, so...
I nod. Okay. I don't... I don't know what it was about that silence, but I felt a pit form in my stomach just now. And I'm starting to think Sayori is starting to notice that.
She's not angry at you, comrade. It's some other stuff she wants to get off her chest.
I nod once more and go to walk out of the club room. Before I leave, though, I turn to face Sayori once more. Sayo?
Yeah?
I put my hand on her shoulder. Just make sure Monty's okay. I can't stay to have my goddess in distress like this. Sayori gives me a soft, gentle smile. Alright, time to do this again. Number 3. Number 3 on the record. Alright. Alright, here we go. Cheers, comrades.
I'll do my best.
With that bit of reassurance, I then leave the club room. As I open the door, I catch a final glimpse of Monika. She's standing at the very front of the room, her eyes, from what I can tell, locked to the floor. I know Sayori basically told me not to worry, but I can't help it. It's only just been 2 weeks since we got together and I'm already fretting about that. Fuck, I really need to stop overthinking things. I stop in the middle of the corridor for a brief moment and pull out my earphones. If I'm really walking alone, I might as well do something to keep myself from bleeping my thoughts in silence. I walk alone inside this pit of danger. Ba-da-da. I put my playlist on shuffle and restart my walk. Bruh. Okay, I guess we're in Monika POV now. Oh, is this where we get the haha funny park CG scene that I used on the last stream? Not knowing if it was even going to show up or not? Based.
I give it a few minutes before checking to see if Comrade has gone yet. Peering my head out the window, I'm able to catch a glimpse of him heading out the gates. He seemed to be taking a slow walk back. Is he gone yet?
Yeah, he just left.
I turned to
Wait, this is Monika? I was like, no, but not Monika. This is Sayori POV? Bro, we're getting all the POVs.
I turned to flash Monika a reassuring smile. Monika, in contrast, seems a little uncomfortable. I've known Monika for a while now, but I've only seen the side of her once before. That was last week. If you're uncomfortable talking about this, you don't have to force yourself.
Sayori, if I keep this inside, I'm worried I'll get worse. Like, Comrade already knows a bit of what's been going on. I just feel like I need to talk to someone I know isn't going to be completely biased.
You think Comrade's biased?
It sounds dumb, but it's a slight worry of mine. Bro, why the fuck do you even care, Monika, you dumb bitch?
Monika wipes her eyes with her sleeve. She then looks to the side with an unsteady sigh.
Hey, Sayori. Do you want to walk for a bit? It might help me clear my thoughts a bit.
I mean, there's a park near where Comrade and I live, if you're okay with that.
That sounds lovely, Sayori. Let's go!
We both get our bags before heading out of the club room. Monika then locks up and then we start heading out to school. We ended up taking a slower walk to the park. Partially to give Monika more time to strain her thoughts, partially to take in the scenery. I haven't been here for a few years now. Comrade and I would always come here when we were kids. Eventually, though, we come up to a bench and I sit down. I pet the seat next to me, but Monika simply stands there. She breathes slowly through
slowly parted lips. That is a lot of slowies.
almost like she's preparing herself for whatever she's going to tell me. I'd say seeing her like this is something new to me, but it isn't. Well, not like this. I've seen her be slightly anxious about things before, especially when we first started up the club. But I've never seen her get angry like that before, nor have I seen her cry like she did after I caught up to her. I clear my throat. So, about earlier, I stammer, surprisingly able to form a short question.
I guess I got some explaining to do, huh?
It's nice to see her starting to seem like herself. I can't help but feel that there's a slight tinge of sadness to her voice. She takes yet another deep breath before looking me dead in the eye.
Oh, where do I begin, Sayori?
Probably with what got you so worked up in the first place. She sighs nervously through parted lips, a sea of thoughts flowing through her mind.
Can you promise that this will remain between us two?
Of course, yeah. After this, these lips will remain sealed. I do a mock zipping my mouth motion and succeed in getting a slight giggle from Monika. As if this freaking sentence even needed to be said in the first place. Why is this even in the script?
But, yeah, about what happened. So, me and Comrade were on a date Saturday, and he stayed out whilst I went in one store to get something that I thought he'd like. And when I got out, Yuri's there chatting with him. I mean, that's obviously not an issue on its own.
Where's she going with this?
I just got a little nervous since Comrade's my first boyfriend, you know?
I guess that's only natural. Like, I wouldn't exactly know. I've never been with anyone like that.
My dad didn't do anything to help my worries, though. He just made them worse like he always does.
I slightly raised my eyebrow in confusion. Like he always does? I gulp. What did he say? Once again, Monika looks me right in the eye, an air of sadness to her gaze. If you don't mind me asking, of course. If you don't want to...
He made an off comment about Comrade probably seeing Yuri behind my back.
My eyes widen. Bruh? What? Ain't no way! No! I know, Comrade, he'd never do that. Ain't no way!
I know he wouldn't. It's just that... something about what he said. I guess it just stuck with me more than I thought. I even had to step out of one of my classes because I thought I was just gonna just explode at Yuri.
Monika then pauses, starting to nervously rub her wrist. Breathing becomes visibly faster as your chest starts rising up and down rapidly. I feel a chill down my spine as my heart starts to beat faster. I feel tears of my own starting to form. Monika, Monika then starts to shiver. To my shock, her legs then buckle as she falls to her knees. Monika! I rush over to her.
It's like, bruh, Sayori just smiling like,
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Despite her shaking, I rest my hand on her arms. A gentle smile forms across my face, almost as if I'm trying to transfer some positivity to her. Fuck you!
Alright, here we go. Number 4 on the record, boys. Just gotta make sure I don't spill any. There we go. Alright. Cheers, comrades.
I gotta stay strong for her. No matter how difficult this talk gets, I have to try. I at least owe her that much.
I'm a mess, Sayori.
No, Monika.
I am, and I always have been. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Those words. Those are the exact same words that I said to Comrade when... God, how did I not notice sooner? Monika, I'm the one who literally tried to kill herself. Shut the fuck up, you dumb cunt. Why didn't you say so?
I never wanted you to know. I never wanted anyone to know. Hell, as much as I love Comrade, he never should have known how I actually am. I'm not Little Miss Perfect as everyone seems to think I am. Bruh, first world problems be like. I'm just some broken, needy, uptight little bitch.
Hey, bro, at least Monika admits it, bro. Give her credit, at least.
As Monika's voice breaks, she presses her face against my shoulder. I can feel her tears start to stain my blazer.
Dad was right. I am an emotionally unstable wreck.
He said that? About you? I feel Monika nod against my shoulder.
That's not even the worst thing he said to me.
Am I okay to ask what the worst thing was? She pauses for a moment.
Actually, I don't want to talk about that.
Sorry. She then holds me tighter. She's shaking.
Bro, why is this, like, upbeat, positive music, bro, just playing over this, like, emotionally, like, charged moment, this, like, super sad moment? And it's like, damn, I'm just vibing out here. I don't know, it just completely ruins any tension that's supposed to be in this scene.
Just how long has this been going on for?
I need to apologize to them both.
Monika releases herself from my arms and goes to grab her bag. Wait, you're not gonna do that now, are you?
Yeah? What about it?
That's a terrible idea. At least, that's what I say internally. Externally, I sigh. Cock and ball torture. Look, I personally would wait till tomorrow to apologize. Like, you can't rush things like this. Monika averts her eyes, seeming deep in thought.
You're right. That's probably for the best.
Monika then gives me an earnest smile, something I'd not seen from her since we left campus. After everything that's happened today, coupled with everything she just confessed, it's honestly a relief.
I might need some suggestions on how to apologize.
I think for a bit. I think that with Yuri, it might be easier if you wrote something. With Comrade, I don't know, maybe just talk to him like a normal person?
Yeah, that could work.
Why didn't I think of that sooner?
Thanks, Sayori.
And there's that nervous look again. I walk towards Monika and rest my hand on her shoulder. You got this. I believe in you.
Fuck this bottom. How good luck with the shot. Well, redacted. Have a good night, man.
Thank you.
After another quick hug, we end up leaving the park. When we reach a familiar part of the street, we split off and start to head back home.
Transition. With a heavy sigh, I lay on my bed. I run my hands over my face and through my hair. I am such an idiot. Such a fucking idiot. I grumbled to myself, still regretting what had transpired earlier with Monika. Again, I know Sayori told me not to worry, but I can't help but worry. My mind keeps telling me that I'm partially responsible for her outburst. I did leave her a few texts telling her I was sorry, but nothing. Nothing but a sea of texts that haven't even been marked as seen, let alone read. I yawn and stretch. I check the time as I rub my eyes. 10:32 p.m. Bloody hell, I need to sleep, mate. I grumble. I contemplate sending Monika a final text, but ultimately decide against it. Before charging my phone for the night, though, I feel it vibrate in my hand. I turn the phone towards me so I can see the screen. My heart skips when I see the notification. One new message, Monika. I pass my lock screen and read her message.
Hey, sorry for blanking you so long. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you.
I feel a weight being lifted from my chest as I breathe a sigh of relief. I send a quick text back. Love you too. With that final text, I put my phone on charge, a renewed smile on my face. That's at least my immediate worry laid to rest. As for tomorrow though, I'm still a little anxious, especially knowing the weight of today's event. But at the same time, I'm hopeful. And like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our Dokis.
Hey, Monika, hey,